Welcome back. We are reviewing 6 primary reasons why a lot of people are forever stuck in the neutral gear of their startup experience, why they never get to start up. The number 4 reason is shown here. When a lot of people are trying to start up a business, they want to make money. They don't realize that a startup is not there to make money. A startup is there to give value. This is ironic because we see a lot of business people with money, they are rich. So how come they're rich if business is not for the money? Well, they are rich because they provided a lot of value to their customers. So what's the difference between value and money or value and price? Let me explain with this picture here. This picture is a farmer trying to price his produce. Now, what is the proper price for this item here? The proper way to price it is to look at how much this thing is valued by the customers and divide it by 10. Now, this is very interesting. It basically says that this farmer, through his sweat and labor, is giving the customers a 90% discount in order to make some money. This is actually the truth. So let me explain to you the difference between value and price. Value is a perceived worthiness. Price is about 1/10 of the value. You see people go to Black Friday, to all this after Christmas sales to get a discount. In fact, every day people want discounts. People want 90% discounts. And the price ideally should be above the cost. But this is unfair to the farmer because the cost is only the cost of the fertilizers and probably land rental. This cost does not include his sweat and labor. And what I mean by showing you this picture is that your sweat and labor is what's added to the cost. This is what's called the value added process. You have probably heard of value added tax. This is the taxation for the labor. So this is the relationship between value and price and cost. Let me give you another example. You probably have heard of this bizarre exhibit of a banana taped to the wall at a bar somewhere in Florida. And somebody said, oh, this is worth $650,000. Well, obviously, the cost of this is almost nothing. How can this be priced at $650,000? But this actually makes every sense because the actual customer is not who you think it is. The actual customer is the person who's going to this quote-unquote art exhibit, taking a picture and sharing the picture on Instagram. So the value of this is an Instagram-worthy gossip for a night for an otherwise very bored person. Now, how much do you price that? Well, how much does it take to take this picture? It's free. So you think this person is getting a bargain? Yes. But where is the transaction? Well, the transaction happens in the bar. The transaction is when this person buys a beer. I hope you get it. Now, a lot of companies got very rich, obviously. So it's difficult for me to tell you that business is not for the money. But I want to emphasize that business is about creating value. But you can earn a lot of money if you can control the cost. Here's an example of CocaCola. CocaCola and other big companies, they become rich because they sell a lot. They can make 60 cents per bottle, but they sell hundreds of millions of bottles per day. And obviously, they also pay their labor, they also pay their land rental, pay their government taxes. So there's huge cost to doing business. But don't just look at somebody making money and think that you can make money without sweat and labor. Here is another example. This is Foxconn making iPhones in China. Look at how many people they hire. Look at the land they have to rent. It's not easy. There is huge cost for Apple to make their phones. And the reason that you're willing to pay a high price for the Apple phone partially is the prestige of having an Apple phone. So people think an Apple phone is worth it, and therefore they pay a lot. Here's another example of Google. Look at how much land Google have to rent in the heart of Silicon Valley. This is not cheap, but they make money simply because they have a lot of paying customers. But they also have to pay their programmers. They obviously have a lot of cost. So I hope that I make the point to you that if you want to have a startup, you think about what value you can provide. You don't think every day about what money you want to make. After all, making money is extremely hard, it's extremely competitive, it's extremely frightening. So you must have a value proposition to your customer. Otherwise, you don't have the stomach to stand the fight. Thank you. I will reveal the next 2 reasons in the coming episodes. See you later.